On this Wild Woman adventure, we're getting our feet wet here on the Rock Springs Run with two paddling pros who know these crystal clear waters inside and out. Florida holds the largest concentration of freshwater springs on Earth. Water rising from deep underground feeds rivers, wetlands, and eventually the ocean. Fragile, vital, and alive, these springs are worth protecting. Today, we're exploring the Rock Springs Run with Ashely, the owner of Florida Paddle Excursions. So I'm really excited for you to show me the springs with some of my girlfriends. And what are we gonna do today?
Hopefully we're gonna see some really cool wildlife, some pretty cool sightings today, like the River Rambo, some alligators.
River Rambo.
Some otters, some turtles, some birds, some fish. Hopefully all of it.
Yeah, some wild people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. Well, I'm ready. If you are.
I am ready.
Let's go, girlfriend. Let's do this. Alongside me are my good friends, Charlotte and Kira. We've already shared a couple adventures, and experiencing them together is what makes the journey unforgettable. The water feels unreal, like floating on glass. Each paddle stroke sends ripples through the reflection, breaking a silence that seems almost perfect. Branches stretch over the banks. Cypress roots reach deep below. Palmetto crowd the edges, and Spanish moss hangs heavy from the canopy. Out here, the outside world fades away. No noise, no rush, only the current carrying us forward. The spring widens, the water deepens, and each bend reveals something new. Fish dart through the grass. On the bank, a heron waits motionless, neck stretched forward, eyes fixed on the water, ready to strike. Up ahead, an otter works the rocks, quick and precise, chasing fish hidden in the cracks. But places like this don't stay wild on their own. Our Wild Woman guides spend as much time protecting this river as they do exploring it. For them, conservation isn't just part of the job, it's the heart of it. You do more than eco-tours. You've really grown a love and appreciation for the wildlife out here. And because you are in the field, you understand and can see where tourism plays a role in affecting these beautiful wild places in Florida, and you decided to step up about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Kim and I are both involved with multiple nonprofits in the area, and recently we've decided to start our own. So Clean Water Coalition will be our next big adventure, and it's bringing all the things that we love about being in these ecosystems together. So cleaning up trash, education, being with friends. We're starting up here. We're gonna do the whole Rock Spring Run. We're gonna do the whole Wekiva.
And how many miles is that?
Over 200.
Yeah, because we're going all the way to the ocean.
All the way to Jacksonville.
And the idea is we're tracking the life of trash.
Yeah, to show you that when you do visit the springs, any of the single-use plastic that you're bringing, even though sometimes it does happen by accident, we know that, but they make their way out to these major river systems, and they find their way out into the ocean. Even though Jacksonville is so far from us, it will find its way out there, especially during and after hurricane season when the waters come high. So we're gonna pick up garbage along the way, camp along the way,
The springs are still very new to me, and the importance that they play in the entirety of Florida, even when it comes down to me in the Florida Keys.
Yeah, all of these waters run to the ocean. They all go to the major rivers, and all of that is going to filter through that system.
Yeah, a lot of these ecotourism groups or tourism groups in Florida in general do not put back that money into the environment, which is a shame, but it's an honest truth.
They might also put in an effort where they put in donations to organizations to show that they're trying to make that effort, but within the last 2 years that we've been trying to put together organizations and cleanups and things like that, those same efforts that are being put in financially could also be put in physically. You could show up to some of these meetups, you could show up to some of these cleanups, you can even show up for your springs when it comes to legislation. And you have a bigger forefront to stand on because you have a business in that.
Yeah, I love everything that Florida has to offer, and I hope all these wild spaces just stay pristine and stay accessible.
Yeah. For the same reason that it drew you all the way out of state, out of your hometown to come and paddle and see this, you also feel that it's of value to you and to understand what it means to protect it.
Then the calm breaks in what they call River Rambo. Mud turned to face paint. Water guns locked and loaded. A surprise waiting on the bank. Splashing, laughter, pure chaos. The kind of fun that turns a trip into a memory. Springs like this are more than a beautiful place to paddle. They're the beginning of a system that keeps Florida alive. The clear water here feeds the rivers, the wetlands, and finally the ocean. As a wildlife biologist, I've seen what happens when these places are neglected. The water fades, the plants weaken, and the wildlife disappears. That's why this matters. And it's why the work of these women is so powerful, not only in sharing the beauty of the spring, but in protecting it so that its life, its story, can flow on for generations. I'm Christina Wilson, and if it's Florida, it's got to be wild.